All right. So the issue is you feel like there's too many people teaching on what you do. And because they're teaching on it, you like, man, I feel like the market is saturated. I feel like they can't really help me. I feel like it's just like too much going on in terms of me really trying to put myself out there. So the problem is focusing on really standing out in a marketplace that's going to get people to feel like you're the go-to person out of the sea of, it could be thousands or tens of thousands of people that teach on what you do. What's going to make you different and stand out? So that is what we're going to be focused on today, is like, what are the few things, what are the few moves that you can make that's going to make people feel like you are the person that you need to go to? All right, so there's a couple of things we're going to focus on today. One, what is the one framework that I use to stand out in a crowded marketplace? Number two, how to feel like the go-to coach, even if you're just starting. And number three, how I feel my coaching business without having a big audience. It's going to be the big thing. All right, so hold on for a second, real quick. This is what happens. JJ, can you bring that bring that room, please? I know you're gonna have to take it off the charger, or plug it into the room, because I want to make sure y'all can hear exactly what we're talking about. All right, so take it off the charger. You can bring the toys with you inside of the room, or just leave it off the charger for now. All right, so so those are the things that we be focused on today. All right, so I'm also going to be talking about how to feel like the go-to coach, even if you're just starting. And then number three, how I feel my coaching business without a big audience. Okay, so hope you are excited about that. You know, this has allowed me over about since 2015 be in a position to be able to help hundreds of coaches through our program, the playbook, the coaching and speaking, and also put us in position to find our ideal clients, specifically leveraging our social media marketing agency. So yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about it now. What made me really think about this is because, you know, during my first few years of wanting to help people, I was a little nervous. I wasn't always, you know, the type of person that could just get in front of a crowd, talk to people, be able to come online and train and teach without me feeling like, man, there's other people that's teaching and training on this. What's going to make them want to come to me? You know, there's other people teaching business. Why would they want to come to me? There's other people helping with coaching. Why would they want to come to me? There's other people talking about this. There's other people who wrote books on this. There's other people who did courses on this. Why would they want to come to me? So that made me have less confidence, because I'm like, there's so many other options that they have. JJ, can you bring the iPad in the room, please? Yeah, just pick up the iPad and go in the room. Daddy, why you calling? Jaden, I'm on live right now. I need you to put this into the room. Come in, say hi. Say hi. You want to say hi? Say hi. Come in. So everybody can see you. So everybody can see your face. You better smile, or they're gonna see you sad. Come in. Come in. Say hi. So everybody can see who you interrupting the knowledge of the group. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. All right. So now he want to be shy. So so that's what we're going to be talking about, right? So, but this made me realize this after I thought that, okay, there's a lot of other people that's doing what I do. So this is going to hold me back from really putting myself out there. But it wasn't until I learned a few key things that is what made me say, okay, I actually have the confidence to really be able to do this, right? So think about it like this. And it was, I mean, it was years ago, but I remember I started my program, the PCS program, maybe around 2018, right? And this is our program where we bring in, you know, coaches and speakers and people who want to be able to grow and build their business to the next level. So I was, so as I was like really getting some momentum and getting clients, I remember I had this one person and they were like, yeah, I follow all of the people online, and say hi. Say what's up. No, don't go nowhere now. Don't go nowhere now. Don't go nowhere now. Say what's up. Nah, you're not shy. Say what's up. Hmm? All right, good. Go. See you. All right, bring the laptop. Bring it into the room. And one of the clients that I ended up getting was they were like, you know why I really chose you? She was like, I chose you because, like, there's a lot of other people online, but I really like you because you're authentic. She's like, I really like you because, like, I could tell that this is not, you're not just giving fluff. You're not just like, this ain't just something that you just read in a book. I could tell you got experience. And there's a lot of other people that their style just isn't my style. Like, like I had an option to be able to go and work with ET, the hip hop preacher, and, join his program. But I ultimately decided not to join his program just because of style. And he's always yelling at me and this, and, so it was like, they didn't really like that style or that tone. Right. And that was just like his delivery. So it's for some people, and some people's not. They would be at, why is E always yelling? Some people's like, cool, I don't care about it. But other people's like, that's just really not my style. Right. So I've had people that work with me like that. I've had people that work with me because literally, like, the thing was like, yo, you black. You know what I'm saying? I want to give it to my people. I want to be able to work with my people who's qualified, who really care. But, I want to give it to my culture. I want to give it to my people. Right. So it was things like that I was experiencing over years that really made me say, you know what? I got something that's different than what everybody else has to offer. So it made me stop thinking about what everybody else is doing and just focus on the value that I can give to my ideal audience. That's what it made me do. So what are some things that you could do to make yourself stand out so people want to pick you as your coach? So first thing is you got to have what we call a signature framework. A signature framework. Coach T, what's a signature framework? Signature framework is you're coaching, you're helping people. You have some type of expertise or experience or education that you have to help your ideal client, right? So there is a goal that they're looking to achieve. You have the recipe or the steps in order to help them achieve this goal, right? So what you need to have is what we call your signature framework. This is what is your step by step process in order to achieve this goal. Just like if you was helping somebody bake a cake, you would have the ingredients and you would have the steps that they need to do. Crack the bowl, crack the egg, put it in the bowl, get this, mix it here, then do this, then do that, then set the oven on this. Then you would literally have a step-by-step plan on what they need to do to create the most scrumptious chocolate cake in the world, right? So because of that, that's how you will make it happen. So you got to have your unique signature framework that people are going to go to you for, because everybody is not going to want to do it the way that other people want to do it. There's some people that, for example, let's talk about sales, right? A matter of fact, let's talk about leads, because that's one of my best skills, is being able to generate and attract leads, right? So there's a way that you can generate leads and make sales. One of the ways is cold calling. So you might go to one trainer, right? Both of us helps you make sales as a coach, right? Both of us help you generate leads as a coach. But one person might say, look, if you want to generate leads right now, look, forget all of that ad stuff. Like, don't worry about generating leads via ads. Don't have to worry about it. This is what I want you to do. I want you to go out and I want you to go into the yellow pages, and I want you to look online, and I want you to knock on doors. I want you to go to all of these businesses. And what I want you to do is I want you to get everybody's phone number, and I just want you to cold call them. They don't know who you are. They didn't request any information from you. None of that. I just want you to call them up, cold, and sell them your service. A lot of us are gonna be like, whoa, I want to be able to make an impact. I want to make some sales. I want to make money, but I'm not trying to do it like that though. Like, is there another way? Is there another framework? Is there another framework? Is there another process? Is there another system that I can follow besides having to do cold calls with people I don't know? Is there another framework that I can follow without having to knock on doors and getting doors shut in my face, or people cursing me out because they didn't request any information from them? They didn't show any initial interest. Guess what? That is a way you can make sales. That's a way. It's a lot of people who do it. It's a lot of people, they pick up the phone and they got to call thousands of people. They got to call 1,000 people a day. Most people don't answer. A lot of people they get hung up on them hundreds of times a day. A lot of folks, especially if you're new, is not really comfortable with rejection like that, right? You might know yourself like, I'm not really I ain't trying to do it that way. But guess what? That's their signature framework though. So although both of us could be teaching you how that you can make sales in the coaching industry and generate leads in the coaching industry, we both have different processes on how we do it. If you rocking with me, my first go-to is, especially, I'm gonna help you with your program and everything. But if we're talking about lead generation, just to keep this example relevant, I'm gonna say, let's run some ads, because you can do it from the comfort of your own home. I'm generating leads as we speaking right now. You can do it from the comfort of your own home. You can do it on vacation. You can do it wherever you want to go. And not only that, these are people who are showing you interest. See, if you sign up for an ad and you give me your correct information, you've already indicated multiple times. You have to give me your name. You have to give me your email. You have to give me your phone number, right? Like you have to give me multiple things. Every one of those actions that they take shows that you have a level of interest in the problem that I can solve. And if you signing up for my ad, that means that you actually want the solution that I'm providing you. See how that works? That means you have a problem because that's what I created my ad around. That means that you want me to help you solve that problem. So you're already coming into my world with a level of intention. That's why I like ads so much. Right? And it's convenient. But so I'm gonna work with you from that angle. Or if you say, okay, Coach T, I don't really have the budget to do the ads right now, I'm gonna work with you from the social media angle. Then okay, then we're gonna hit it organic. There's a way that we engage with other people online. There's a way that we know how to find the ideal client online. There's a way that we meet and we elegantly, not salesy, we elegantly have a conversation with somebody on social media to where they are interested and they want to talk to you. I don't have to convince a single person to have a conversation with me. It's because I know how to do it elegantly. I'm not salesy. I'm not forcing. I'm not convincing. I don't have to do that because of the process that we have using social media. So I can work with you on the organic side, or I can work with you on the paid advertising side. But either way, comfort in your own home. Either way, the people are requesting the information and they want to do it. In the end, I get most people who thank me. They thank me for having a conversation with them. They thank me for taking the time out my day to meet with them. They thank me for helping them get the leads or make the sales. I get thanked all the time. I get thanked every day. People buy from me and thank me. How much different that is than trying to convince somebody and I'll call you back and getting ghosted. And so all of that is around this first point that I'm teaching you, is that is the signature framework is what's going to set you apart from everybody else. We focus on like 12 different steps, meaning a process of 12 different ways, or not really different ways, but a 12-step process that you're going to teach your ideal audience in order to achieve the goal, in order to achieve the recipe. So that's one thing that's going to set you apart. So when you think about all of these different coaches and all these different people training on what you do, immediately what's going to separate you out the gate is your process for getting to the goal, because everybody has a different process for how they achieve the goal. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing that's going to separate you. Second, you said, well, I'm just getting started. So, how does that really work? Okay, well, that works is because you start with the lower, you start with the lower things you're able to achieve and help people with, right? When I first started, I wasn't just helping people make 5 figures per month. I didn't even start really helping people get leads. When I first started, I was like, yo, I can help you with a coach. Like in this industry, I can help you with a coaching program. I can help you coach. Really, I can help you coach. I can help you speak. Started there. Then I started saying I can really help you with these programs. Did that. Then I said I kind of figured out this social media piece. Okay, so I can help you with that. That's once I started getting to like 10K followers and more, and leveling up that. I'm like, okay, I can help you with that. Then I started learning lead generation on social media. I said, I can help you with that. Then I started learning ads, and I said, oh, I know how to do the ads now. So I was running ads for myself, racking up the leads through ads. So I'm like, I can help you with that. I'm still not at 5 figures a month I can help you with yet. Then I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I can help you make your first sale. I can help you make your first couple sales. Okay, now I can help you get to the point where if you want to make 5 figures a month, 10K a month, etc., I can help you with that. But I did not start there. I started with the signature framework based on the goal, whatever that goal is. First, it was just a little goal. And then the goal got bigger and bigger and bigger as my skill set began to develop. See how that worked? So that's really one big piece. Another big piece that's going to separate you from everybody else is going to be bringing your unique personality to it. Remember what I was mentioning earlier, like E's personality is big, is loud, it's in your face, it could be assertive or aggressive at times. It could be yelling. I told you, I had one of the people come to me like, he's cool. I'm pretty sure he has good information, but I just don't want people yelling at me all of the time like that. And that's cool. That's their prerogative. They can learn from whoever they want to learn from. This is America. You go, the land of the free. Do what you want. So people will work with you based on your style. People will work with you based on who you are, based on where you're from. It could be based on your ethnicity. It could be based on your experience. It could be based on how you communicate. There's some people that come from, communities that look like me or from where I'm from. I grew up in Section 8, half living with my grandmother for, half my, basically through my teens. My mother and father was together up until maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 9, 10, 11, something like that. And then my parents ended up splitting. But, we didn't grow up behind no white picket fence. Like, I was in different neighborhoods throughout the Bronx, growing up in the hood. So I got a chance to explore different parts of the Bronx. I got a chance to grow up with my grandmother, right? I'm showing you unique points that somebody might connect with me on and be like, yo, I like that brother right there. Like Terrell, I really rock with him, right? Maybe if you didn't have a silver spoon in your mouth, you might rock with me and you might want to be a client because of that. Yo, I grew up with my grandmother too. Yo, I understand moving from place to place and I have a stable friends. That might be that. You might, I went to college. You might be learning from me and I'm putting out content and I'm putting out clips. So I'm going live. This is also why I tell you to if you any of my clients, I tell them, yo, don't just put out clips on social. You got to go long form. The reason you got to go long form like this, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, go live, put out content, you got to go long form because it gives people more connection points with you. Do you realize that? If you've been struggling to get clients for a minute, I guarantee you one of the things you're not doing is you're not doing any long form content. I can virtually guarantee it. Because if you were really good at what you do and you did longer form content, you would give people more connection points. Because the more connection points if somebody says, okay, I feel like I can help you. I feel like you can help me. But although they might feel like that, they still need to trust you. People will trust you more with the more they have in common with you. Right? This is basic stuff. This is basic. The more they have in common with you, right? So if you're doing long form content and people are getting more connection points with you, they learning about you. Obviously, you got to know how to do right calls to action. You got to give away, there's strategy to it. But if you're doing longer form content consistently and people getting more connection points with you because you're telling about yourself too, then what's going to happen is they're going to say, you know what? I connect with you. Okay, oh, you went to college. I went to college. Shout out to everybody. If you went to college, that might be a point where like, yo, you get where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I joined the fraternity. Maybe you joined the frat. I get where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Oh, I got, I'm black. That's a perspective. You know what I'm saying? So, but you never know what connection point somebody might have with you. But you can't be afraid to be your authentic self online because this is how people are going to decide. If your content and your training is more Christian based or something like that, talk about it. Because guess what? The people who are more Christian based, those are the people that they're going to gravitate towards you more. So every connection point you have, you got to show it. This is how you're going to be the go-to coach. You're going to be the go-to coach based on the results that you got. Have you been helping anybody? If you haven't, you better get more people. You better get more testimonials. You better start helping because people want to see that. They want to know, okay, I could trust you got the result. I trust that you got the result, but how different is your process than any other process that I've seen out there? If you're a commodity, I can go to anybody. But if your process is unique because you put your program together in your way, you put your steps together in a way that and you're doing it in a way that I feel like is going to get me closer towards my goals and what I align with, I'm with that. Okay, I like that. I like the process. I trust that you can get the results, and I like the process. Because remember, you can get the result. People can make sales, but you don't want to knock on those doors to make those sales, right? So I can trust you get the result, but I also like your process. Oh, and I also like you. We have a lot of connection points. I know about you. I've been rocking with you. I see you. You know what? I've been seeing you every day. You're consistent. I like that about you. You're confident. I like that about you. You look like me. I like that about you. You know, you're a man, you're a woman. I like that about you. You got kids. I like that about you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, you went to college like me. I like that about you. You grew up, in an urban environment like me. I like that about you. Whatever, right? So people are gonna like you and rock with you for different reasons. And the more reasons you give them, the better. But you gotta put yourself out there online, and people you can't be afraid to show that who you are and what you do. And the more that you show it, and the more consistent you show up, and the more you put out the results, and the more you talk about and train on your signature frameworks, the more people are going to say, I got to work with you. Make sense? So this is how you're going to be picked as the go-to coach in your niche, in your industry. You just keep working, you keep getting better. It's the same things that I'm continuing to do and continuing to level up, in my business, right? I'm continuing to get around people that are more successful. I'm continuing to get better at my craft. I'm continuing to get better at speaking, continuing to get better at coaching. I'm not worried about the naysayers. I'm not worried about the haters. There's some people that's in your life that's going to try to hold you back. And some people in your life that's going to try to slow you down, not because of anything you doing wrong, but it's because of what they're afraid of. Because if you reach your full potential, what's going to happen? What's going to happen to your relationship? You know what I mean? So, these are things that, you got to be mindful of, because for you to really be your full self, you cannot, you got to go for it. We want to work with the people that's confident. I don't want to get in a plane with a pilot that's not confident to fly that plane. You see what I'm saying? I want to be confident that I can fly that plane. That the pilot can fly that plane. Or give me a confident pilot. Like, I know we're gonna get to the destination. If I think we're not gonna get there because of the energy you giving me, that's not gonna make me feel like you the go-to person, right? Again, that's why that goes back to results. So if you haven't been getting results, start helping people and getting results, even if it's free. So you can at least tell people, yo, these are the people that I work with. Boom. Matter of fact, I'm doing that right now as we speak, right? Because I traditionally work with a lot of people that are at the beginning stages, just trying to make a couple dollars, just trying to make a few thousand, 5, 10, 15K a month. I work with a lot of people that's just doing that. But I'm in a phase, in an element right now where I'm working with more multiple 6 and 7 figure coaches now. And so people that are in like this space. So because I'm rocking at that level, I'm doing a couple of things that's a little special for people that are at that level, because I know once I start getting more results at that level, then it's going to allow me to attract more people at that level. You see what I'm saying? So the things I'm telling y'all is the things I'm going through. I'm doing this right now. I'm being a go-to coach for people that are at this level now. You see what I'm saying? So I'm training y'all, but this is just, these are reminders for me as well. So these are the things that if you follow this framework, people are going to start knowing you, people are going to start recognizing you, people are going to start liking you for the unique things that you're able to do, or the unique things that you just for who you are. You know what I'm saying? You might give somebody your services for free or complimentary. They're gonna be like, I like this person. They willing to put some skin in the game. They willing to put some skin in the game and do this complimentary for me, or do this at a discount for me because they want to see me win. That is a trait that somebody has recognized in you. This person is willing to give. This person is willing to help. This person is committed in the game with me. That's a connection point. These traits, these character traits are also connection points. People see who you are. They see what kind of character you are. They see what kind of value you could bring. And they say, I like that person because of that. I've had it. I've had people who they've been rocking with me for years, and I give them free advice, free content. I might, every so often I'll send them videos or send them trainings or whatever, free stuff that I do. And then eventually they came in and like, yo, you never gave up on me. You know what I mean? You responded to me. And these are the things. This is why I'll get people who come back throughout the years, and they'll just, even if they can't do a full-blown program or something, they'll do something. They always try to find ways to spend money with me. So that's how you're going to be the go-to coach. All right. So make sure that you put in this work. If this is something that you want to continue to learn or be interested in, reach out to me. You know what I mean? If you want some coaching from me, just go ahead and put coach me in the comments, and then you can have a conversation about it. Other than that, make sure that you stay tapped in with me on Instagram or Facebook or wherever I'm at, YouTube. Stay tapped in. I'm starting to do more live events. So you're going to start seeing me outside doing my live events. I want to start doing more collaborations too. So if you got things going on, if you got podcasts, if you want to do live events and you want to bring me out and we can do some collaborations, I want to start doing more of those too. But with that being said, like, take this and run with it. Take this and run with it. All right. Slow motion is better than no motion. Let's work.